This week on the Jock and Nerd Podcast, we review the season 2 premiere of The Last of Us on Max. Plus, the Oscars finally add a Best Stunt category, trailer reactions for Havoc, Predator, Killer of Killers, and Murderbot, thoughts on the latest episode of Daredevil, Born Again, and more, all in this edition of the Jock and Nerd Weekly for Monday, April 14th, 2025.
This is Frank Grillo. You know me. But who are you? Are you the discerning, sophisticated type of person who enjoys all the latest comic book and superhero TV and movie news? Pop culture references, witty banter? Me neither. I'm just here for the dick jokes.
Check. Check one. Alright. This is for all you fans out there. Let's give it up. Jock it, we heard it. We funny, disturb it. We jock it, we heard it. We spoiler alert. Oh yeah!
Hello, listener. What's up? Thank you for pressing play. And welcome to the Jock and Nerd Podcast, where we give you comic book and superhero TV and movie news, reviews, and whatever we choose. Jock and Nerd. My name is Imran.
My name's Anthony.
He's the Jock.
And he's the nerd.
And joining us, he's a triple threat. Goes by the nickname 3T. Why? Because he has exactly 3 testicles. It's Rug Boy. What's up, Rugs?
Yeah, I'm not E.T., I'm 3T, the extra testicle.
He is the extraterrestrial testicle. One of those testicles are alien? I don't know.
Testes. I was testing the mic, I'm like, testes, 1, 2, 3. He's like, you got one extra. And then I said, I'm 3T, the extra testicle.
Did you guys come up with that on the fly? That was actually pretty good.
Just like literally like 5 minutes ago. He said yes. I was like, that's too many testes. And we came up with
I like the extra testicle. That's the 3T.
Yeah.
He's almost like a pro wrestler. Like you could see him in WWE. Triple threat 3T. He's got one extra bulge in his shorts, and you don't know what's going on down there.
3T bone home.
3T bone home. There it is. Yeah. Okay, we have completed it. Finally. Thank you. Wonderful.
It's amazing that we can get dick and ball jokes so done in the first 20 seconds of the show.
You got to get it just out of the way to establish a tone, and otherwise it'll haunt me for the whole episode.
Copyright when YouTube will demonetize it immediately.
Now that the true listeners are left remaining, let's begin the show, shall we? The Jock and Nerd Podcast. Listen, there's worse shit on the internet. Everybody calm down, okay? Let's start with this, fellas. The Academy of Motion Pictures Arts and Sciences has announced a new category for the Oscars, and this one,
best dick joke.
Should be best dick joke. Shit.
Well,
should be one, but no, it's another one. We'll all be geeked about. Geek boner. It is best achievement in stunt design.
Oh,
yes,
wow!
They finally added a stunt category that'll debut at the 100th Academy Awards in 2028, and the eligible films will be the ones in 2027.
Whoa!
Now
that's great.
It's great. However, it only took them 100 fucking years to do this, which is crazy because stunts have been part of movies since movies began.
Do you remember the MTV Movie Awards?
Yes. Didn't they have?
They used to have a category, Best Fight.
Sure, that's a great category. The Emmys and SAG Awards both have stunt categories, but the Oscars, 100 years, you fuckers. I mean, going back to like Buster Keaton, Charlie Chaplin, probably the first movies had stunts in there. What do you guys think? Anthony, you excited for this? Is it time for this recognition?
I mean, I wouldn't say excited is the word, but yeah, it's good to acknowledge different aspects of the movie making process. So yeah, give them their flowers. I think the only thing here is this may have prompted Tom Cruise to do more Mission Impossible movies.
Yeah, he's like, okay, now that they're giving out awards.
Because the timing does not work out for him, as he'll be done.
When is that releasing?
Yes.
In 2027?
2020. Yeah, you have to release in 2027 to be
Like, how
eligible.
pissed is Tom Cruise
Yeah,
right now?
he's like, wait a minute, I've been putting in all this work, and now
Maybe they'll
when
give
I'm
him
done-
like a all-time achievement award or
I
something.
think they should do a retroactive, lifetime achievement, because I had the same thought. I was like, Tom Cruise probably like, you motherfuckers. Now I just
or Jackie Chan even.
all of them. He's like,
way
I just
back.
rode a bike off a cliff with a parachute and I get nothing. But he may make another movie just to fucking be like, grab this award. Yeah, the timing is weird. And also, who do you actually, it's a stunt design award. So like, who gets it? The whole stunt team,
the
Stunt team,
choreography team,
right?
Yeah.
Because you have so many people involved in this. The guy who kind of helped make this happen is David Leitch, who just did The Fall Guy. I mean, they've been trying to do this for years, but he recently, with that movie, led a campaign to bring attention and work with Chad Stahelski to get this done. But since it's such a collaborative work, because look, you have Mission Impossible level stunts, which is on one level, but then you got like the John Wick level stunts, which are also great, but on a completely different level. Who do you pick to be educated enough to pick these movies out and vote on?
If it's in the category, usually it's the people in the category that vote for it. So it'd be the
I'm just
stunt
saying,
the stunt
coordinators.
people. Yeah.
I'm available if you guys need anyone. Just saying.
Well,
I can evaluate.
I think this is coming so late as they got to figure out a lot of these rules. And there's
Well, no, it's not. I mean, it's not figuring out. That's what it is.
Yeah,
It's the editors vote for the editors, directors vote for directors.
but even as a
So they would probably have to invite a lot of Academy members that are in stunt design. They'd have to invite people.
they've said, I think there's 100 people in the MPAA that are part of the stunt community, but they might need more. But
Yeah.
I think it's great. It's about
time.
It is definitely about time.
Now, what other categories would you like them to see
So
to put in?
They've added casting, best casting, which we will see, I think,
That's good.
next year. Also, I hope they give this award out on the main show and not
Probably
the
not.
fucking other show. They should. Because you can make a big deal out of this and have little featurettes highlighting the stunts. What else?
But I don't have anything else.
Best knockers? No.
Best dick joke, definitely.
Best dick joke. I think that's been
Maybe best
overlooked for too long, I think.
best side boob. Can we do that one?
Yeah. Let's see. Remember they used to have best kiss?
That was on the MTV Awards, though.
Yeah,
wasn't it?
that was that one.
It's definitely the kiss in Spider-Man. Sam Raimi's Spider-Man.
Sure.
That's the best. But also, I hope that like now, these studios are going to pay more attention to the stunts, knowing that they can get an Oscar and do it properly.
Pay more attention to the stunts.
I mean, just have more high quality stunts in their productions.
Well, I think that now that they could get an Oscar for it, they might be like, hey, it might, if you're making a movie and you're like, hey, what if we could make a really good stunt here? It might encourage people to do more stunts.
Yeah.
You never know.
Yeah, I think stunts always. I mean, stunts have been in movies forever. I think it's good that it's acknowledged. I don't know that it incentivize anyone to do the stunts better. I think stunts inherently are dangerous, so there's a lot of attention paid to them anyways.
Yeah.
What about best choreography? It could be like dancing or fighting because they're both the same thing.
Oh, would you want? See, now you're
So there
breaking
used
it
to
down.
be.
Yeah.
So that's a good point. There used to be an Academy Award for Best Dance Direction, but that only lasted 3 years.
Oh,
from
really?
35 to 37.
Dance direction. Oh, in
Right.
the 30s.
Yeah, right. The musicals were really
I
big.
would just put like choreography because you could use fighting, you can use dancing, you can use all kinds of stuff that's choreographed.
That
Requires timing, like even like a oneer.
Sure. That's a kind of a broad category, but yeah, best choreography of either camera or people. Huh.
Well, yeah, there's I'm looking on Reddit now. Stunt coordination's happening. Best soundtrack. So they do best sound right now.
Yeah, but
they
not
do best
soundtrack.
song. They don't do best soundtrack.
Best score they used to have, right?
They
They
do
have
have
best
score.
song, and they have best song and best sound.
Yeah. And
But not
best
score.
And score.
No, not score.
You don't have
Do they?
score? I think that's a
No,
separate.
they don't have
Oh.
score. Yeah.
Huh. So maybe soundtrack could fit in there. Here's the thing. This fucking broadcast is already like 3.5 hours long. I don't know where you're tacking all these awards. I guess you do it on the creative, technical awards part that nobody sees.
You just stop all the dumb speeches that take 6 hours and the
No, they play them right the fuck off now. Except
Here's some other ideas. I'm just scanning Reddit.
Yeah.
Best animated voice or capture performance.
Okay, that is one I would be fully behind. We talked about Andy Serkis deserves some kind of Oscar recognition for his achievement in mocap work. Yes, I like that one.
The best stunt choreography is happening. Best casting is happening. Best child performance.
Oh, interesting. Add a age group.
Yeah.
How about best craft services?
Best taco dip on catering.
Best location scouting.
Oh, I don't know about that one. Maybe. I mean, that's like casting. It's a version of casting.
Best boy.
Wait, no. How is location scouting a version of casting?
Because, you know, as the casting director, you're looking for faces that will work. As the location scout, you're looking for places that will also.
Those are two different things.
It's just as important, though, to the
I know.
process.
You said they were the same thing.
I think it's similar.
Best opening credits.
Oh, that would be an interesting one. Credit design.
Well, they have.
my
So
God.
here's another one. They have best special effects right now. An award for best practical effects.
Oh, that is interesting.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I see a lot of votes for first time director award.
Oh, like a rookie director award.
Yeah.
That could be an interesting category also. Those are all kind of fun. They will never get added. It'll take another 100 years.
Oh yeah. And the
Maybe.
show's long already.
Yeah, the show's very long, and it's taken 100 years to add a stunt category, for fuck's sake. But I'm glad they did. Those are all great ideas, though.
Best kiss. No, that was MTV.
Yeah, we should.
But I do think the Oscars are long-winded anyway. They should just get to it, you know? Make it quick.
I mean, they had pretty good ratings this last year, trying to stay relevant. I think Conan definitely helped, but it always runs over, man. And
So do they? I didn't watch this last year's awards. Do they not show all the awards still?
no, there's like the creative technical awards that happened the day before or something somewhere else. So there's a lot of other little awards. There's an argument to be made that they could cut the best short or live action short or international documentary or whatever.
Okay, so here are the awards that are not presented anymore on screen.
Okay.
So according to Google AI, documentary short, film editing, makeup and hairstyling, original score, production design, animated short, live action short, and sound are all presented during the pre-show.
Oh, so they do have best score and okay. So you can
But they used to show everything.
yeah, gets kind of long.
Well, like I'm saying, like what happened that it's all of a sudden longer because they added more movies? Like I don't understand. Like they used to have all these things, they don't have them anymore.
I think they did it to streamline the broadcast, and they wanted to address the viewers were going down.
Yeah, so they threw in some musical performances. The having 10 best nominated movies takes more time, right? Because now you got to show all 10 of them throughout the broadcast.
I think they just wanted a more easy show to watch. Because a lot of people, I mean, you got to be really into film to care about some of these.
This year's
Is it 3? What is it? 3 hours?
It ended up being like 3.5 hours. Remember the whole debacle? Hulu was live and they cut off the end. I will say this year's show was fun. It was breezy. Conan did a good job. It felt like it kept moving. Didn't feel like it went over.
I would
that
never
long.
watch the entire Oscars ever again. I will only watch. I'm sorry.
But you know
I'll
what?
watch it on YouTube.
The next time Will Smith smacks a motherfucker, you're gonna miss it. That's why. That's the reason to watch.
I mean,
still.
I saw that live.
Right?
I did.
Wasn't that
But
a moment?
it was like in the first. I watched the first 20 minutes or something.
They got to do it early, but like that was an amazing.
Yeah, if you're gonna
moment.
slap someone, do it early
Yeah.
so I can see
Yes,
it live.
That's the only rule they have. Let's get it out of the way. Listener, let us know what you think of the Best Stunt Design Award. You can join this conversation. Leave us a comment on our YouTube or our X or Instagram, or you can join our Facebook group. It's called Jock and Nerd Nation. Jock and Nerd. Lots of fun. It's an exclusive closed group. Just
Exclusive?
for you. Explosively closed.
Oh,
You join, things explode. It's very fun. But you can geek out in there. There's spoiler threads. You can meet other listeners. Lots of fun. All right, I got a couple of trailers here still, even though We talked about like 5 trailers last week. There's a couple more popping up here and there I wanted to discuss. The first one is for a Netflix movie, directed by Gareth Evans of The Raid, starring one Tom Hardy, called Havoc, coming out on Netflix June 6th already.
Geek boner.
That's all you should need to know. And I wasn't even going to talk about this trailer because it's a trailer for a Netflix movie. I'm not buying tickets to it. I was going to watch it anyways. But Anthony, you get a look at this.
Yes.
What'd you think of? We're going to see it very soon. We're absolutely going to review it. And it seems like a very simple, straightforward plot. He's got to get somebody's kid back from gangs, kind of like The Working Man, what we just watched.
Geez, the way you said that. First off, I answered very delayed, and then the way you looked like you were having a period after each word. You said, "Go get people from."
It was a little staccato. I was playing with my rhythm to keep the listener involved. That's a little.
That's what is that word?
Is that what that was?
It's a little. I don't know. Listener, let us know. It's a little trick. But straightforward plot, lots of violence, action, blood. Fucking Gareth Evans. What do you think?
I forgot that Gareth Evans was releasing a movie. I know we've talked about it. So I watched the trailer and went, this looks all right, but it's also a Netflix film.
Yes.
Right? And it's a Netflix film where it seems like they're probably paying Tom Hardy and Forrest Whitaker and Timothy Olyphant a lot of money. And these guys, when we watch these Netflix films, a lot of these guys are just cashing a check.
Sure.
So that made me a little skeptical. That said, I remember it's Gareth Evans, so I'm going, okay, Gareth Evans is awesome. This does visually look pretty cool, although it's also a little John Wicky.
Yeah.
The lighting.
With the colors. Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think overall I would say I lean towards giving this a chance, and it looks pretty fun. The action looks fun, but I'm also always skeptical of anything on Netflix with big stars at this point.
I mean, that is a valid concern. Ruggs, are you concerned, or does this look actually like it may be one of the gems? Occasionally they put out a gem.
I don't know. Directors and Netflix usually, it calls it into question. You can't really bet on it, because look with the Russos and just having a director name on there is not enough. There's not the quality control or the stakes. Like the box office, there's no box office. It's just going to go out on Netflix.
Right.
So there's like the pressure is not there.
Right.
To really be great. So like they're not like testing it and then doing all this shit like they do with wide release movies.
Right. Right.
So yeah, so it's a different animal. I'm going to say it's going to be mid. Not going to be bad.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be bad, but I think it'll be mid. Cuz The Raid and the sequels, they're not like they're just entertaining movies. They have a lot of might, like a lot of power, a lot of you get a lot big bang for your buck. So yeah, hopefully it'll have some of that in there, and it'll be worth watching. I don't know if Tom Hardy is like a master martial artist.
He is. He competes in fucking competitions and shit.
Oh, is he?
Yes.
Oh, well, then we're getting a chance to see that then.
Like, he signs up to, like, karate tournaments and just goes...
like karate or like MMA?
I think I've seen him in, like, a karate gi in a photo. I feel like But I agree with all your concerns. Like, this sounds on paper amazing. The trailer looks fun and violent, and people are getting stabbed in the face, right? But we've been burned before. Big name talent. And plus, Netflix doesn't always equal good somehow, which is surprising because you'd think it would. I mean, you got fucking...
It's not the gold star that HBO is,
No, it always kind of falls short of that kind of prestige level. Even Apple's able to hit it a little more consistently. But as an action movie, I'm excited to see something new from Gareth Evans with Tom Hardy going fucking crazy.
Yeah, I'm being cautiously optimistic.
There's some
because
dynamic shots, right? Some of it seems a little too shaky, though. That got me concerned. But I hope maybe it's just the trailer. But definitely one I think we should watch and review, coming out April 25. Couple weeks. Okay, let's move on to this. This one's crazy. Came out of nowhere. I was on X and I saw this tweet by Dan Trachtenberg, who did Predator Prey. And he's given us Predator Badlands live action movie this year, right? So he has this tweet and it just goes, oh, by the way, we're releasing 2 Predator movies this year. I was like, what? And it's a trailer for an animated feature film called Predator Killer of Killers coming out on Hulu June 6th. We're getting 2 Predator movies.
Geek boner.
This year, fellas. Anthony, let's go to you. You're the Predator guy.
Am I?
That's what we see
That's
here.
not fair, Emron.
Well, okay, I know you guys are
I
both.
mean,
he
there's
just-
someone on this show
he
that
likes him young, but not
has
that
lived a
young.
lot.
You're the
Wow,
predator.
I didn't know he was going there.
He went that way, and I was going the other way.
I was
thought
going to
you
go
were
with
gonna get it right off the bat.
Well, no, I did. I didn't know that you were going there. I thought you were. I thought you were taking offense to Arnold being your boy and being the OG
Right.
Predator guy. But
That's
all
right. That's right. That's
You're
right.
both Predator
yeah,
guys,
no,
but
I'm
let's
a little
separate.
older at this point. Yeah, I don't really. I'm not the predator at this point. What are we talking about?
I
Anyways,
don't know. Joke on a rye.
no, that was good.
We're talking about
This film. What
trailer.
did I think of this film? So I didn't know this was coming out. I had no idea.
Nobody did.
And originally, when I saw the trailer posted, I thought, "Oh, is this the live action movie that we were talking about? I can't wait to watch this." And then I saw that it was animated, and I'll admit I was a little slightly let down that it was animated, just because I wasn't expecting that. As far as the concept, I mean, this is something that I think anybody that watched Prey was saying is,
Yes.
let's just have Predator stories of him hunting humans across all different times in our history, and it sounds like they're just going to do that on an animated show, which
It's awesome.
yeah, it's cool. I mean, I would have preferred live action, but I get, maybe that would have became redundant with a bunch of live action movies. So to just throw it into a TV show, is it a TV show or is it a movie?
I think it's going to be a movie.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. You can easily do this in a movie, and the story writes itself. So yeah,
We got
I haven't seen an animated Predator thing,
right.
So
That's
there you
new. The animation looks stunning. Basically, if you haven't seen it, we are getting
stunning. Wow.
It looks great. Predator versus Vikings, Predator versus ninjas and samurais, and Predator in aerial battles with World War II planes. Are you fucking kidding me?
Shit.
That's amazing. And yes, this is like what I
Emron,
want.
you're such an easy bar.
What do you think? And it looks like it's 3 different Predators. It's violent. It's bloody. There's some fun kills in the trailer. Ruggs, you're not down? You don't like this? What's the
At
problem?
first glance, I thought it was a video game cutscene, and then I was getting like a little bit pissed off that it had that jerkiness that like the
It does
that
have the
frame
drop
rate.
frame rate thing.
And
going
I was
on.
like, another one of these fucking drop frame rate movies. Like, when are they going to stop doing this already? It doesn't work. But other than that, I like the concept a lot. I like seeing like Predator versus ninjas, samurais, whatever is going on here, Vikings and World War. I think those are all cool, and I like the concept of it. So who knows? It's probably going to be fun to watch. I love animation.
Dude,
So
there's a big hulking predator. Like the design is kind of sick and it's fucking bloody. Like
I just don't want them to do this drop frame rate thing. I think it's over. Like, stop it. No one likes
I
it.
mean, it must just be quicker, a little cheaper. It is now that I'm watching this trailer and you mentioned that, and yeah,
It's distracting.
it's very evident. But I love he just made a sneaky predator animated
I'm
movie.
like, I'm expecting Charlie Chaplin to come out with the jerky frame rate.
Come on, that kill in the plane where he like pulls the guy out of the cockpit, and the other one where he slices the body in half. That shit is cool. All right, so I'm obviously more excited than you are for this Predator. Where's your excitement?
I'm tepid on it. I'm like, I'm not down on it. I just don't like the frame rate thing.
Yeah.
But I also like Anthony said, I was hoping for to see something like this in live action. But I'll take it.
Anthony, we're gonna watch it.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a good story to play out. I also was a little disappointed in not being live action, but you can't always get what you want. Imran, the what did you say? The animation
Stunning.
is
All right, maybe not stunning. It's pretty good.
I don't know about that.
It's pretty good.
It's good.
It's all right.
Yeah. I don't ever really. Here's the thing about animation.
Yeah.
Just in general, I never get super excited about anything animated.
Sure.
I think animated is fun, and I've enjoyed a lot of different animated things, but I've never like, oh man, I wish I could see that animated.
I love animation. It's just how it hits me when on the day. So, like for example, there was a Altered Carbon animation that came out.
Yeah.
And I was just so hyped to get anything Altered Carbon because I was like kind of into that idea of a cyberpunk world that I was like happy to watch it. But like when you talk about Predator, it's a theatrical thing. It's something that you go to the movies to watch with real stars. So, you know, you just a little bit let down. But you know what? Whatever. We see animated Spider-Man animated thing. It's all good.
So I didn't put this in, but speaking of animation, there is a new season of that Love, Death, and Robots coming out on Netflix. And I do enjoy that show and the anthology and the different styles of animation.
That's always fun.
It's really good because there's episodes of that show that are so realistic. They're short, so they can put a lot more detail in it. They're so realistic, I forget that it's fucking animated. And it just kind of becomes a reality. It's like really cool. So I'm looking forward to that. That's coming out on May 15th. But let's move on to this final trailer for a show on Apple TV Plus. Ruggs, I believe you brought this up too and watched it. The show is called Murderbot. It's a series, not a movie. It has a Skarsgård in there. And of course, David Dastmalchian. Love the David Dastmalchian. He has vitiligo, you know. He's a brother. He's a weird.
Just on his penis.
He's an ally. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Ruggs, apparently this is based on some popular novels, Hugo and Nebula award-winning novels from Martha Wells. Describe what this is, because it looks like a bunch of things, like kind of in one thing.
I'm not the expert on this. I just watched the trailer, but
what'd you think of the trailer, and what is the story here?
It for some reason it reminded me of G.I. Robot, that G.I. Robot short that we had
from Creature Commandos.
Yeah, it was just like a robot.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. His episode.
A robot that just wants to do its job.
Yeah,
and is kind of slowly becoming sentient, and it's a Murderbot. He names himself Murderbot because he likes to kill things.
I mean, it's supposed to be a comedy, but this is like a big budget sci-fi show. Like, it looks amazing. It looks like there's money on screen.
I mean, I don't think it's going to be a completely wall-to-wall action show, but I think it'll definitely be like, I would say, like the fucking, I can't remember the name of the show.
It's like a sci-fi comedy.
Yeah, no, it's like that show with fucking the God damn it, I can't remember his name. This is really bad. My brain is fucking crazy. Who's the wrestler guy that wears the shiny helmet?
Oh, Peacemaker.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, kind of like a Peacemaker thing. There's a show within a show, but then there's like a giant alien bug that looks fucking cool. Anthony, you gonna look at this? Does this do anything for you?
Yeah, I mean, this looks all right. I was getting RoboCop vibes, but not as dark.
Sure, yeah, like a comedy
fun
RoboCop. Yeah.
I was a little confused when there was a person under there. I thought it was a robot. But yeah, I mean, it looks all right.
They got to humanize it at some point,
he's
right?
Got a face, and it's Alexander Skarsgård.
Yeah, that's all I got.
I mean, Apple TV shows are generally pretty good, and
I'm never going to be able to watch. I don't have Apple TV, so it makes me less excited to watch that stuff.
They got some good shit on there, and they got money. They throw money at things, so it looks great. I will check it out. May 16th.
You didn't throw Anthony the Apple TV?
Well, the thing is, it's tied to like your Apple ID and shit. Like, they make it hard to share the thing.
Oh, well, that sucks.
You know what I'm saying?
Boo, Apple.
But it's only like $5 a month or $7 a month or something. It's like the cheapest one. And there's some good shit on it. Okay, let's end the news segment with this. Ruggs, you found this photo online.
Right.
And sent it over, and it's of an old man in armor, and it's blurry and pixelated. And I was like, what's this? What is this?
According to John Campea, he thinks that this could be real. He says this could be a real set photo, not a set photo, a product photo of RDJ, Robert Downey Jr. as Doom.
Oh, boy.
Oh,
shit. And there's multiple angles of this floating around the interwebs, and Campea was talking about it. Now, this could be fake. In the age of AI and fake shit everywhere, people photoshopping and doing all that stuff, it could be fake. It looks kind of like it could be fake, But it's Robert Downey Jr. with like a Jor-El haircut and a beard.
He's got long white hair and white beard. Yes, I thought it was Mark Hamill when you said it. I was like, well, what's this, Mark Hamill?
And it's the Doom without the mask on.
What do you think of the suit?
I don't like it at all.
Yeah,
lame.
It's quite underwhelming.
I feel like it's just very boilerplate Marvel. It's like you have an opportunity to do something really cool with Doom, and yet it just seems like. First of all, he's got the Iron Man circle in the middle of the chest.
He does have something like an arc reactor type thing.
Like, why does he have that if he's Doctor Doom? So they're already not. Now, there's a rumor with Campia was saying that this isn't the final Doom. This is maybe some other version. I don't know, but I don't know. This is the one that they leaked. This is the one that was leaked.
Anthony, we saw that concept art that may or may not have been real that had a very cool rendering of the Doom costume. This is not that. What do you think of this?
This look is terrible.
It's horrible.
This look is terrible.
Yeah.
But it's a pixelated image with. Who knows, right?
Low res, yes.
This would be awful. You can do a lot of cool things with Doom. The only thing I kind of like is just Downey with the long gray hair.
Oh, you do like that? Honestly, I don't even know if I like the long gray hair.
Well, at least for that though, you're giving you're making an effort to give him a different look than how he's looked in the past.
Sure,
but yeah, this looks like a play costume.
But that hair just I don't know what it looks dated. Reminds me of just like an 80s soap opera or some fucking, I don't know.
It kind of reminds me of like 80s Magneto.
Yeah. Okay.
Or 90s Magneto.
Yeah. Let's not do this. I hope this is just an early concept, and because you have the opportunity to make something very cool. And I know he's going to want his face shown, but maybe just keep it in the mask.
Like, it should look like remember RoboCop?
Yeah.
Like, remember how that costume is like so different? Like, think about all the Marvel costumes. They all kind of look like what he's wearing. It's very like a stand, like they have the standard, like there's like a standard formula.
Like they got a standard style. Yes.
That RoboCop costume is so fucking insane.
Yeah. It's bulky. It's tactile.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm like, come on, dude. Like, how did they make such a cool costume in the 80s that looks so shiny and fucking metallic and bulky and looks like you're a fucking tank? And now they're just doing these fucking lame kind of like rubber suits.
So, I guess traditionally the Doom suit, like he is covered in armor, but then he wears like a fabric tunic over it or whatever. Like, the cape's nice. It's there.
No, I don't think they should cover it up with a tunic. But I'm like, do something cool at least, Yeah,
their suits are starting to
get. I like the chains. What happened to the chains?
Yeah, you need like the big gold pieces and the chains and shit. That's how you know. I don't know. Their suits are starting to get a little generic, a little copy paste. But I get it. You can reuse what you have. Hopefully,
it looks very Asgardian.
Sure. Well, hopefully this is fake. But
yeah, I hope it's fake because you're right. It looks like kind of things we've seen, and I'd prefer Doom to have a little bit more of a unique look.
Yeah, he needs.
Also, it's never going to happen.
Yeah,
but I wish they would just have Doom in the mask for
the whole time.
80%.
I know most of it, yes, but then why even have Robert Downey Jr.?
No, he's going to have one of those fucking masks that grows around his face.
It's
like they do with everything. And I fucking hate that.
The nanotech masks that everybody has.
That is annoying.
What?
It's annoying that everyone has it. Iron Man can have it. Not everyone else should not have it.
No, just what happened to physical helmets? Like, just put on a fucking mask, an actual thing.
Or just put on the helmet and then once it's on, CGI it to make it stay on.
Right, but don't.
It's just so lazy that everyone has the nanotech helmets.
Because then it just gives away kind of the illusion right away. You're like, oh, that's not fucking real, but they try. Like, compare that to the first Iron Man. Like, talking about the RoboCop, the first Iron Man suit did the same thing that first RoboCop suit did. It was bulky. It felt real. It was amazing.
Well, I don't even necessarily mind the nanotech on Iron Man because there are the extremist stuff is a storyline.
Right.
But when you start doing it with like Black Panther and then you do it with Thor, it's just,
didn't Cap,
why would you need to do it with Thor?
Cap have that, dude? No, I don't know.
Well, Ant-Man has it too.
Ant-Man has it. Yeah, everybody had it. Just like boop, 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 boop.
Yeah.
It's a little too convenient.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's
Like as Guardians, why would you as Guardians do the nanotech? That makes no sense.
Oh yeah, I guess that's a good point. They have their own fucking magic.
Captain Marvel has it too.
Yeah, Captain Marvel too. Yeah,
She's got
you're right.
cosmic powers. Why do you need this technology? Oh my god! Now that you point it out, it's starting to make me annoyed.
They overuse it. It's just forever.
Stop with the nanotech. Okay, we'll take a break here, fellas. We're gonna play some promos. Come back, talk about the newest season of The Last of Us right after this.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
What's up? This is Brian, and I'm the host of Citizens of Pawnee, a Parks and Recreation podcast. That's right, a podcast dedicated to my favorite TV show, Parks and Rec. Every week I discuss my favorite things about the show, which include character breakdowns, episode rewatches, and other random facts and tidbits about the show. You can find me on Instagram at Citizens of Pawnee Podcast and listen wherever you get your podcast now. You will literally love it.
What's up, Jock and Nerd Nation? This is Logan at Mostly Superheroes, a podcast that was partly inspired by the Jock and Nerd Podcast. We talk about a lot of the same stuff, MCU, DC heavy, with other content that comes out of HBO Max, Amazon Prime, Netflix, and more. We're committing to doing something new every day in 2021, so come join the fun, check out the schedule. Find us at mostlysuperheroes.com and enjoy the rest of the show.
And Nerd.
Listener, if you enjoy this silliness, there is a way you can give back. You can join our awesome Patreon fan club. Visit jockandnerd.com/Patreon.
Jock and Nerd.
And you can give back on a monthly or annual basis, and you get stuff like access to a bonus podcast feed. Shows come out early in this feed. There's bonus content, instant reactions, extra post-show, mid-show banter, lots of fun stuff, more reviews. You can also join us for our monthly Discord hangouts. And this month's hangout is upon us yet again. It fucking goes by so quickly sometimes. It's this week, fellas. Thursday.
This Thursday, right?
Thursday, April 17th, the day after this show posts.
The fuck?
Yeah, so join us on the Discord. I don't know what you guys are doing at home, picking your buttholes. What are you doing? Like, get on the Discord.
Yeah, you might as well. You could do that on the Discord. Trust me. It won't interrupt the thing.
You can turn off your camera. You can pick
What
your
are you doing?
butthole
You're
in.
cooking, you're playing games. We just jump on the Discord with us and we'll all blend right in. It's lots of fun. There's lots of other cool things on our Patreon there. Check it out.
Yeah, you can see Emron. That's the best part.
Yeah, and you'll be like, that's what you look like? It's amazing. You've never seen a medical miracle like myself. You sign up. That's worth the price of admission low. jockandnerd.com/Patreon. All right, fellas, let's get to this week's review. We are presented with a new season of The Last of Us on HBO. Season 2 premiere, we will be discussing. Here's your spoilers.
Strap yourselves in, you fucks. Spoiler time.
A prestige show, an adaptation of a beloved video game, and we reviewed the first season, and I believe, let's just recheck, we all kind of loved the first season, dug it, liked it a lot. Anthony?
Yeah, liked it a lot.
Right? It's very good.
Yep.
Rugs, is it good, very good for you?
Yeah, it ended on like a kind of a somber note, but it was cool.
Remind us, Rugs, where it ended. There was a big lie. What happened?
Well, the one character, Ellie, thought that the world was flat, and no,
She's like, what?
So Ellie goes with the I forgot the name of those fireflies.
The fireflies, correct.
They're gonna take it. They're gonna use her to take the cure out, but to do that, they have to kill her.
Uh-oh.
So what's the name of the guy character?
Joel.
Joel's like, fuck that, and he like goes all Rambo and kills everybody and takes her out. But she was unconscious the whole time.
Right.
So she wakes up thinking that she cured everybody, and then she's like, no, what the fuck is going on? He's like, well, I had to get you out of there. And he lied to her and told her like some raiders came.
Right.
And that the whole thing is done now. Like there's no more fireflies.
There's a big lie, and she makes him look right into his eyes, and season 2 actually starts with that exact scene. But it reminded me of that fucking hospital siege in that episode. That was fucking amazing. because at that point you're like, Joel, what the fuck are you doing? Wow, lots of slaughter. The cast real quick, of course, returning Pedro Pascal as Joel, Bella Ramsey as Ellie, Gabriel Luna playing his brother Tommy, and then some new people. Caitlin Dever playing Abby. You have Isabella Merced as Dina. You have Catherine O'Hara as Gail, a therapist, and some other cast members, but that's your main cast. Anthony, overall, were you excited for this, and how did you feel from this first season? We'll get into some details, but how's this opening?
Remind me again,
two?
you guys don't know what happens in the second one, right?
Correct. So I did what? Okay, so what I did during the first season, I would watch gameplay along with watching the show at the same time. Yes.
Well,
so
you are a nerd.
I got like a double story. It was kind of fun. For the second game, I know nothing. In fact, the show is only adapting half of Last of Us 2, where last season they did the whole first game. This is going to be half of game 2. And it's hard to avoid spoilers, and I may know already like the big thing that's going to happen, and I didn't want to know, but I have not watched or know anything about the game Last of Us 2. Ruggs?
Okay.
What about you, Ruggs?
I know when the second game came out, it had some controversy.
Yeah.
And I never bought the game, so I never played it.
All right.
I was like,
go ahead.
I was just like, like whatever. I'm not buying this game. So, I'm clueless about what happens.
Do the best you can to avoid hearing about the game.
Yeah.
There is some big stuff. The second game was definitely not as well received as the first game for a variety of reasons. But yeah, I would say try to avoid the second game if you haven't don't know what's going to happen. As far as my thoughts initially, what do you want my thoughts on?
Overall opening thoughts on this.
On the season?
On episode.
On one episode that we just watched.
One episode we had.
Where am I?
Who is this?
Who am I right now? The opening episode, yeah. I mean, I liked The Last of Us. I liked the game. The game was one of my favorite games. The adaptation, I really enjoyed for the most part. So yeah, going into season 2, definitely excited. I know what happens in season 2, so for me, it's a little bit more of a waiting game.
Mm-hmm.
It's I would equate, if you know what happens in season 2, it's somewhat similar to the waiting game that people knew about for Walking Dead.
Oh, with the Negan and Glenn.
The Negan and Glenn and all that stuff. Like, I think there's a little bit of a similarity there. So for me, I'm kind of waiting for the big shit to happen.
Yeah.
That said, I took the episode for what it's worth. Isabella Merced is an addition.
Yeah.
I like her a lot.
Yeah.
I think she's hot.
Yeah.
But I also think she's just a very engaging actress.
Yeah.
Like, even the little things where she's the scene with her and Bella Ramsey's character. What's Bella Ramsey's character's name? Ellie, where they're in the store.
Yeah. Oh,
not
yeah.
that one. Not the dancing.
In the supermarket scene.
In the supermarket, and they're talking to each other, but they're doing the hand motions.
Right.
I was super engaged even with just little things like that. So I think she's a good addition. They do a great job of making you hate Ellie because she sucks in this first episode.
She's been a shitty little 19-year-old.
Yeah, it's one of those things where I'm like, shit, are 19-year-olds that shitty? I forget. I'm like, was I that shitty? It makes me think about that. So
yeah,
she sucks in this episode. She's terrible. Joel, the community and seeing, I like the 5-year jump. My guess is that Joel's told, the reason there's this rift between them is she knows that Joel lied.
Yeah, does she know explicitly, or she just kind of?
I think she has an inkling,
Yeah,
or maybe that already has been revealed because
he told her.
Otherwise,
Yeah.
she's just a really shitty person.
Yeah,
to him.
she's really mad at him. Like, they have a very strained relationship.
So that's interesting. They make some dumb decisions. It definitely ends on a cliffhanger in 2 ways, and you get to meet Dolly. What's her name? The girl.
The new girl? Abby, the Fireflies girl, who is now after Joel for 5 years, has not found him, but at the end shows up, finds him.
Yeah.
Jackson,
So
Wyoming.
there is. It's not as hard hitting as the first episode last year, right? Where you get to see the apocalypse basically happen.
Well, that whole beginning of that story is wild, and that's a hook. That's how you get someone in.
Right, where this one is more setting up the chess pieces.
Yes.
I will say I'm a little concerned that they're breaking up the second game into 2 seasons.
Yeah.
That's a little bit. I'm like, oh, you're really trying to milk this. So
is it that much more story than the first game?
So the second game is, this isn't really spoilery. The second game is told from 2 perspectives.
Okay.
So the second game is told from Ellie's perspective and Abby's perspective. So you play as both.
Well, as both of them.
So I could see why they could do 2 seasons, because you could technically tell the story from 2 perspectives.
What she was doing. Oh,
right.
I like that.
So that's possible, but I'm always a little concerned when you try to stretch things out to longer than what it was intended to be. So overall, I thought it was a good episode. Makes you feel like Ellie sucks, and we'll see where things go.
Yeah, she's not fucking listening.
The one thing that I did notice, and even though I didn't play the game, I saw that Abby was like kind of like this buff chick. That was kind of like a formidable, like scary looking girl.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And they cast this like other, like this redhead girl that's just kind of like, you know, very, very mousy and not like threatening at all.
I mean, she's similar to Bella Ramsey, Ellie, right, in stature.
Yeah, maybe that's a mirror image of them. You know, they tried to cast somebody that like kind of was like the mirror image of Bella Ramsey, but in the game, she's like this kind of like badass buff chick.
Dude, I'll tell you what, in my Instagram feed, somehow there's like gameplay reels of Last of Us 2, and I'll watch them, and they're mostly fucking Abby just murdering people and exploding people left and right. It's quite impressive.
Yeah,
what
so
she
I don't
does.
know. She doesn't really, you know, when you have like someone like Jack Reacher and you cast Tom Cruise as Jack Reacher, it doesn't quite work. And then you cast the right guy to be Jack Reacher, and then all of a sudden it just works.
Sure.
It matters, the casting. I understand they want to do something different, but I mean, I don't know.
Ruggs, what else about the episode did you like? Did you not like?
I mean, I thought it was good. I mean, the show was good, and it's just good to have it back. It feels right. I feel like there are tensions being built. You know, she gets bitten. You don't know if nothing's going to happen.
That was crazy because we know she's immune. Nothing should happen, right?
Right.
And then she does this weird thing where she cuts the bite open. Is that to disguise it so that no one knows that she got bit?
Yeah, so it just doesn't look like a bite at all. It looks like a stab.
Okay. And she stitches it up herself. She cuts it up. I was like, what are you doing? That part was crazy, but nothing should happen, right? You think?
I don't know. I think that I don't know. Anything could happen. Who knows?
I mean, yeah, there's a lot of it.
I don't know the story. I don't know how it unfolds.
Right. A lot of it is set up, but I like the stuff they're setting up. This town.
So there's like smart clickers now.
Yeah. So that whole scene, I did love that scene in the supermarket where she's doesn't listen to them, goes in, falls through the ceiling, and then there's a clicker that's crawling, a female clicker, and she's kind of luring Ellie, and she's peeking around corners, and I guess they don't do that. But what'd you guys think of that scene? That was kind of like the main action scene. I thought it was very tense. It was very good.
Yeah, I haven't. So I know the storyline of the second game. I haven't played it.
Yeah.
So that whole scene, I didn't really, I didn't know that the clickers got smarter. I thought it was a good scene. I mean, the only thing that I don't like about it is them two are idiots for even jumping in there.
Yes, they are completely dumb. But she's like, oh, if it was you and Tommy, you would have been fine with it or whatever. They would have done the same thing. No, you were supposed to listen. She didn't listen.
It's bad. It's bad horror movie writing.
Sure, of course, something
that's a little annoying. But I thought the scene itself, once they're in there and you see the clicker and it kind of tracking them and luring them, I thought, oh, this clearly you don't need to go. It's one of those where you don't need to go, oh, they've evolved. You just show us they've evolved, and now you're like, oh, okay, now I see where things are at with these guys.
It always creeps me out when the little vines grow out the nose and the orifices. I don't like it. It's very creepy. And like something grew out of her nose. I was like, ugh.
I don't. But you have pretty long nose hair.
Yeah, but you keep that shit trimmed. You got devices for that. Come on, clickers. Just get a fucking get a weed trimmer.
Dude, I forgot. Remind me. I think they were in the season 1. They established that the clickers can communicate with each other through these vines throughout the earth, right?
Oh yes, they were connected, and they can find you if you touch it. But it's still the thing where they can't see anything.
Right.
And it's all by sound. I did love
because that tease at the end, it looks like the vines are going through the pipes and they're that's how they're infiltrating
the
all
crack
this.
pipe, and so they're gonna sense that there's
They're there.
people there and
Yeah.
come get them. That's not gonna be good. I love the town. The town is like already established as kind of a character. It's getting crowded, and Joel's like, "Stop letting them in." She's like, "We gotta help everybody." I love that he's in therapy. Catherine O'Hara, fucking
Oh yeah,
the mom from Home Alone, and so many other great things. Of course, Schitt's Creek and stuff.
that was a good scene.
She's great. She's great. Pedro
Wait, what happened to the husband?
Joel.
Killed her.
Did we
shot-
see that
No.
or no? Oh, that's happened off
It's
screen.
sad.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
don't know that if that's happened.
She
on-
said, "You shot and killed my husband a year ago." So we didn't
Yeah.
see. Something happened a year ago. He may have gotten bit, and Joel made the hard decision. And then she's like, and then to see your face sitting here, it makes me so fucking mad. And fuck. And then when she's like, she asks him, what's your lie? And then he goes, "I saved her." Tear. Very good, Pedro Pascal. You had me. Very emotional.
Here's a question.
Yeah.
Because it's been, how long has it been since the first season of Last of Us?
It was like 2022, maybe.
This might be blasphemous to even ask, but I feel like at least with Rug Boy here, this is the appropriate audience to ask. When you watch this and you see Pedro Pascal, do you go, "Man, this guy's overexposed"?
2023, actually.
Yeah, well, at least this is the show that before he was overexposed.
Right.
Right. This is when he started getting like some heat. But now he's been in everything, and now that he's Reed Richards.
This is the year of him being everywhere.
Well, I would say this show, Mandalorian, I think, is when it started to really like.
Well, you don't
ramp
see
up
him there. You don't
Yeah,
feel
Yeah,
like
you never see him in the fucking Mandalorian.
So like even though he's there, he's not really getting the mileage out of it. But this is the one where he got a lot of mileage
Yeah.
of being like badass.
Yep.
Like the badass character. And he was like cast really well. He fits the
He
casting
does.
really well.
He's really good as Joel. Like, that's Joel.
So
Yeah, I think maybe because also we just watched him in Freaky Tales. So
Yeah.
I'm going, this guy is in every fucking
So
thing.
we've already seen him in one movie. We're going to have, another 8 weeks of him here. And then by July, another huge role. Pedro Pascal is every fucking where. And then that Mando movie's coming out next year or something. Who knows? I love that they pay.
He's hosting Saturday Night Live's 50th anniversary too.
Oh, wait. No, that already happened.
Well, yeah, happened. Yeah, that happened.
He
Sorry.
did that. He was there. Everybody was there.
he's the zaddy.
I love that in this town you can pay for stuff with weed. Thought that was fantastic. I want to try. Want to try some of this Last of Us weed, spore infused or something. Yeah. So we meet the therapist. He killed her husband. That's crazy. I loved that Ellie was listening to Nirvana. It was Love Buzz. If you didn't know, great song in a little garage.
Nirvana, never heard of him.
Yeah. And the fact that Dina treats Joel better than Ellie, and Ellie's being such a little shit is also an interesting little triangle. And he kind of likes Dina because of the way she treats him.
Well, you forgot to mention the most important thing. That they make out, her and this new
In
character.
front of everyone at the New Year. It's New Year's 2029, apparently, 5 years ahead. So, yeah, they dance and make out, and yeah, sure.
Somebody doesn't like it.
Yeah, that old guy doesn't.
The
doesn't
D
like
word
it.
is spoken, and Joel shoves the guy really hard, and then Ellie gets mad at Joel. Everybody's mad at everybody else. He's a little overprotective, doesn't want her going on patrols, but for good reason. She don't listen.
Yeah. She sucks.
She don't listen.
They're just burying her right now.
Yeah, they're kind of letting her get away with everything too.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I mean, it's a good episode. The only issue I had, well, I don't know, a couple issues. I've said them throughout. One minor thing is when they go out and they open the gate and they're riding on horseback into the snow.
Yeah.
I went, oh, that's clearly a CGI shot.
Oh, it was that obvious? I didn't really
To
notice.
me, it was very obvious. It was, and HBO isn't normally that obvious.
It looks
so I
on
just went, "Oh."
location. Some of it to me, like
Yeah, most of it looks like it's actually filmed somewhere. But that one shot where they're on the horseback going, it's from behind, it looked like it was CGI.
interesting.
Possible.
So I mean,
probable.
I feel like they are what's the word? Foreshadowing the big thing when in the beginning, Abby is basically like, I'm gonna find Joel, I'm gonna kill him slowly. That's
Right.
That's her mission.
Yeah, so I mean that's going to be, without spoiling, that's a new character that you'll get to meet.
So you have the
More than one.
Fireflies are one faction, then you got the townsfolk, then you got the Clickers, and are there other groups? I feel like there was another
There
group.
probably are,
in the
but
first
those
season.
are like the main players in this second season.
Okay, because wasn't there
Is
the
Abby and her crew, and I believe this. You might have to look this up to confirm, but I believe Joel in that killing spree killed her parents or her dad.
Oh yes, or her like husband or something, or somebody close
I
to
think
her.
it was her
Yeah.
dad.
It was her dad.
That was the
Okay.
doctor.
Oh right, okay, that would make sense. Yeah,
So,
yeah.
but there's a lot of twists and turns besides all that shit that'll play out if they follow the game.
Yeah, no, I thought it was a good setup. I thought it was a good catching up. And the 5 years later is very interesting because now I'm wondering like what kind of shit happened. But Joel's like an uncle to his brother's kids, and everybody's they kind of have a government and stuff. They're working it out. Good for them.
How long do you think you would last, Imran?
Fuck, I don't know. In this world or like in a Walking Dead?
Because I remember
world?
in the Walking Dead world,
Yeah.
you said you would last pretty long.
No.
And me and Ruggs both laughed and said there's no chance.
That was like 10 years ago, though.
That was
I
a
know.
while ago. But like,
So now, how long do you think you would last in this world?
so at what point? Because if we're going to the beginning of the season when the event happens
say-
and
let's-
it's chaos, I probably don't make it out of that.
Let's say two scenarios. One, the beginning, and then two, let's say somehow your ass just never got.
Okay, if I hid long
Infected
enough
or hidden,
to
yeah.
hide and I made it to this town, I think the town would be lovely. Everyone would love me. I'd be very friendly.
What would be the thing where
have
they
to
could be like, we
contribute.
could rely on Imran for this?
That's the thing. I'm thinking about what could I contribute?
Yeah.
Well, I play guitar, and I noticed there's some guitar stuff in the show. Isn't that a part of the game where you got to play a song on a guitar? Isn't that part of the game
I don't remember.
in the second one?
The first season, I definitely don't remember playing a guitar.
I would volunteer to provide the music.
Okay, yeah,
Do a weekly hoot.
yeah. Maybe you'd be part of that band
Yeah,
that's
that
doing
band, bro. That band was really good. I was like, oh my god, at least they got a band there, and they got electricity, and this town's doing
Do
okay.
you think do you think you would repeat what you've done and just leave without telling anybody?
Why would I leave? There's monsters outside. Not like fucking Ellie. She just fucking run off.
Yeah, Ellie's dumb.
She's
I don't know why- I don't know why
right there
it's dumb.
a little bit too dumb.
I guess I think if it's from the game, I guess that makes sense. But
Yeah, but she's being like
very unlikable.
extra rebellious.
And as Ruggs, I don't know if Ruggs mentioned this already on the show, but I don't know why she would go for what's her name, Isabella.
Merced. Okay, look. Just if you look at the scene and you look at these two people, and you're like, oh, this one is into this one. You're like, I don't know.
It's a
about-
very
I don't
mismatched
know about
couple.
that. It's a little mismatched.
I was sad. I went, oh man, my Asian brother had this
I know that
fine piece of meat, and
that was
they
her
lost it.
former beau. But yeah, Dina. She's like her eyes are very engaging. I absolutely agree. Like the presence. And we've seen her in like Madam Web and all these really bad things, and she's going to be a hot girl.
She's like a
Superman.
mini Vanessa Hudgens.
Yeah,
Yes,
she's got those kind of
That's
vibes,
it.
yeah.
Absolutely.
She seems like actually pretty talented.
Yeah. I mean, her chemistry with everybody was great. Like off the bat, like you feel like they've been hanging
And
out
she
by
was in Madam Web.
And she was a Madam Web and horribly wasted, just like Sydney Sweeney and all those other people at Madam.
Right. Well, I think she's a way better actress than Sydney Sweeney.
Yeah, I give her that.
But
Oh yeah. You don't think so, Aaron?
No, I think so. What about her versus Zegler? Zegler's pretty good.
I don't know. I watched her. I watched Y2K.
Oh, is that any good? I saw that.
No.
Yeah, it looks horrible. But
Wait, which Zegler? Rachel?
We'll talk about that later.
Okay.
I forgot
Rachel.
to add that in
she's
there.
kind of got a Rachel Zegler vibe also.
Oh.
Like Isabella Merced.
I think Rachel Zegler's actually a pretty good actress too.
She's very good. That's what I'm saying. But Isabella Merced is also. You think she's better actress than Merced Zegler?
Well, Zegler's got better parts.
She
for
can
sure.
sing and stuff too. So
Yeah,
she's
the
super
singing
talented.
thing is huge too.
All right. I don't know. You want to rate this episode, or do we just wait till it ends? We will do a full season recap. But I like this.
I'll give the episode. I'll rate the episode.
Okay.
I'll give it a solid 7.
All right. Yeah, I'll give it like an 8. It's a good start.
I would say 7 too.
Okay.
You know, when people thinking about 7s, when people rate themselves,
Yeah.
they most commonly will rate themselves
As a 7, it's because it's like the average where you're like, you're not boasting too much, but you're not shitting on yourself too much.
right. So we should go. What's the
Average.
rating? You can't say 7.
Outside, yes. If you can't say 7, you got to really because
I'm saying even with a move like anything.
yeah, because it forces yourself to go
forces you to commit. Because like a 6,
one way or the other,
is like, oh, that's like almost average, and an 8's like, wow, you're really up there.
yeah. Like a 5 is not the mediocre baseline. It's kind of like 7.
That 7 is mediocre.
Is it though? That's the thing. It's like right on the edge. I think.
Well, if someone rated me a 5, I'd be like, whoa, you really fucked up.
That's
like, what are you doing? Like, I'd be like, that's fighting words.
Yes. What if somebody rated you a 7? How would you feel?
I'd be like, you just said that. I'd be like, I would agree, but then I'd also go, you're being safe.
Yeah, you're being. Yeah, no, you gotta commit.
Take a stand. Tell me what you really feel.
It's a good line for that.
I really feel 7.
But yeah, well, it's just like
I feel 7. Yeah.
I really feel 7.
Like now you're giving me Rotten Tomatoes things where I have to make it fresh or not.
It becomes binary and weird. We'll talk about some of these things.
I would hate everything. Everything would be rotten.
Yeah, everything would be
because
yes.
I fucking
laugh.
If 7 didn't exist, it'd be really rotten.
Oh my god, if 7 didn't exist, it'd be very hard. Yes.
For Ruggs, especially, like at that point, he's just gonna, he would never lean towards this as being great.
7 is a good number. It's like a lucky number.
Unless something truly is something that I really loved, I wouldn't give it a. I would be giving Rotten Tomatoes all day long.
All right, fellas, let's do some news from the nation.
It's time for news from the nation. It's time for news from the nation.
It stinks. It stinks. It stinks.
Lovely. It's a great question from our buddy Justin Zwerner from our Facebook group, Jock and Nerd Nation. Simply, he puts Jason Bourne versus Jack Reacher.
Oh, shit.
I got 2 votes. Wes Cranford says Jason Bourne. Chaz Hepburn says Jack Reacher. Ruggs.
I'm on Reacher, Team Reacher.
Yeah, I mean,
Jason Bourne is probably
smarter.
I don't know if he's smarter, but I think he's an enhanced human. Right?
Oh, right.
Because he went through Treadstone, and that makes you into like the ultimate assassin.
With the programming and the conditioning and shit.
Yes, but I think Jack Reacher is a freak of nature, and he always seems to come out on top and do crazy shit. And when he was played by Tom Cruise, he was just as quick and on his feet as Jason Bourne was,
because he's small.
Like he was driving cars and doing stunts and shit. Because if Tom Cruise plays Jack Reacher, there's going to be some fucking stunts.
Listen, Jason Bourne though jumps window to window, building to building. Big ass Jack Reacher, he could probably do that. I've seen fucking Alan Richardson pull himself up of things, and he's giant. I'm like, you shouldn't be able to do that, but he does.
No, he's climbing fucking houses, swimming across fucking rough waters,
the current,
naked.
Yes, in the rough waters. Anthony, do you have a vote in this battle?
No,
I
don't watch Jack Reacher, and I've only seen one Jason Bourne movie. So
I would also be Team Reacher. I love the Jack, especially Alan Richardson. Jack Reacher is great.
I mean, Jason Bourne's no slouch.
He's no slouch.
I just give the edge to Reacher.
I think Reacher wins this one.
Because when you're talking about like a 6 foot whatever, 5 dude that weighs like 270 pounds.
I mean, if you're talking about Alan Richardson versus Matt Damon, like,
it's not even a contest.
No contest. Whatever.
He breaks him in half. No problem.
I got another comment from a buddy of ours we haven't heard from in a while. You guys remember Kevin Halden? Geek Boner.
He was from the Northumberland
365 Flicks podcast.
I'm surprised he's still alive.
I remember that shit. I see him. He's doing things for this site called Nerdly in the UK, and he's doing things.
Yeah, and he reviews independent shit.
Yes,
I don't know if he has a podcast anymore. Maybe he could tell us.
I don't know if you do, Kevin. Tell us. It's great hearing from you. I don't know where he posts on our Facebook group. Hey, dudes, long-time listener, first-time caller. That's not true. You've been on the show. He said, just finished the latest episode about the CinemaCon and just wondered, do you think Fantastic Four can cross $1 billion at the box office? Personally, I can't see it. He says, I'm a DC whore. I think Soups will struggle, if I'm honest. He says, Mission Impossible Reckoning is a dead cert, though. That we can agree on. Love you guys. And we have some comments from Daryl K saying, I'm calling it now. Both Superman and Fantastic Four will cross 1 billion worldwide. I don't know. I don't know about that. And then Justin Werner says, I agree with you on Fantastic Four. I don't see it hitting 1 billion.
I don't think either of them hit 1 billion.
I don't think they do, because we've talked about how there aren't $1 billion movies aren't so we don't have that many anymore.
Here, let's let me give you the number of movies that have crossed $1 billion for Marvel and DC. So for Marvel, it's been Endgame, No Way Home, Infinity War, Avengers, Age of Ultron, Deadpool and Wolverine, Black Panther, Iron Man 3, Civil War, Spider-Man Far From Home, and Captain Marvel.
That's fucking 12 movies that have crossed $1 billion.
So, and for DC, it's been Aquaman, Dark Knight Rises, Joker, and The Dark Knight.
So
with that in mind,
the stats there,
I would actually lean Superman over Fantastic Four. I have a feeling that this Superman's actually going to be pretty good, and if it is good, I think it'll hit to that billion. Fantastic Four is a tougher one.
Unless there's a TikTok fucking trend where people can throw popcorn, I don't think it's going to make that.
That's not going to happen. The Minecraft folk don't care. You got to bring a live chicken into Superman to get any kind of traction.
You got to bring your own dog.
Ruggs, what do you think?
You said neither.
What?
I said neither. Neither of them are going to make $1 billion.
Neither.
But I could be wrong. But that's my feeling.
I feel like because July is so overstuffed, possibly it cannibalizes, and neither of them make. I think they will do well, but I don't think either of them cross $1 billion. I think the next because the next Marvel movie to cross $1 billion is probably going to be the Avengers movie.
So the thing about Marvel is the movie, if it's not an Avengers movie or an event film,
right,
it needs to have, or Spider-Man, it needs to have some sort of extra thing going. So, for example, what I mean by that is Black Panther got over $1 billion.
Yeah,
it had that extra thing where it was, look at this. This is the first time, whether it's true or not, the first time you've got an all African American cast. Like, look at this. This is an incredible moment. Yeah. Captain Marvel also got over $1 billion. They went with the same thing. Look at this. It's a female superhero. If you don't watch this, you hate women. Like, it was a thing.
Yeah.
I just don't, unless Fantastic Four is just awesome, which it could be possible. There's not that extra thing to be like, this is a movement. You have to go see this.
I'm surprised Wonder Woman didn't get to $1 billion. You would have thought that would have got to $1 billion because it had a similar effect for DC. But Fantastic Four, we may be getting a new trailer with Thunderbolts. So, but you're right. That's why I think, and Superman doesn't even need to make $1 billion. It just needs to be good.
The only really outlier to this, and the weirdest one, is Aquaman. The first Aquaman made over $1 billion.
Why?
I don't understand why that happened. That was weird.
It's Momoa.
Jason Momoa.
Same reason Minecraft is
shirt off.
Is going to make $1 billion. Do you guys know the Minecraft movie has crossed $500 million already in 2 weeks globally?
Yeah, that'll make $1 billion.
You want to go in? I think you secretly want to go see that movie.
No, I can't sit through one of these screenings. Does it die down yet? I think people are still crazy.
Yeah, I'm not going.
I can wait till this is on.
I would pay to see Rug Boy go.
Oh my god, I would
just pay to have the screen on Rug Boy.
I don't even want to see the movie.
This camera on Rug Boy.
I want it
as he's watching
it. And your expressions the whole time.
It would just be being like, "Shut the fuck up." I'll punch you. I don't care. For 5.
Don't throw no popcorn on me. I'll fuck you up.
It's just that meme or that gif of Clint Eastwood just saying, "Get off my lawn." That's Rug Boy in the Minecraft show.
Okay, so let's finish. What are we watching? Lot to discuss, fellas.
Oh my god,
Daredevil. Daredevil, Born Again, penultimate episode is released. By the time you hear this, the finale will have aired. But let me get your thoughts on this penultimate episode, because what we have is a show where it seems like the directors make a big difference. Because in this, you have the returning directors, Justin Benson, Aaron Moorhead, who did the first episode. And that episode have, Anthony, you'll like this. It has what the kids call sauce. There's the sauce. And you see it. And in episodes 2 through 7, there's no sauce. but I saw the sauce return, right? And I'm talking about just their camera angles, their washes of color. They're kind of like these ethereal stylistic things that are kind of good. I thought this episode was a little bit better. Anthony, what did you think?
I did like this episode better because I feel like a lot of this season has been episodes that don't really tie into one another.
Oh, wait, let's do this. Spoiler alert. Okay, go ahead.
Oh, sorry.
Go
Yeah.
ahead.
And I especially thought that first episode, it didn't really tie into much of anything. So I'm glad that we're finally getting back to that.
Yeah.
I feel like we probably should have had a better through line throughout the season on that and not just, Bullseye's back.
Yeah.
And now there's been this big conspiracy around why he killed Foggy.
Yeah.
So I do like, though, that it's back. And the third season, I did really enjoy the dynamic between Bullseye and Kingpin and Daredevil. So bringing that back is good. So yeah, I like the episode. I like the ending. I will say, though, and this has been bothering me throughout the entire show, is I feel like it looks really cheap at times. So I can tell that there's a lot of the set scenes are filmed on sets or on green screen, whereas the first 3 seasons, you could tell they were filming in New York.
Yeah,
And like this was on location for a lot of stuff. Whereas this season, it has this weird, like not surreal. It just has this weird, like fake set vibe.
Yeah.
That just really bugs me throughout. So that was something that I wrote down as like, this has been bugging me the entire time.
It is just like the look. It's like the look of the show, the quality. I don't know what it is.
Yeah,
the lighting.
And then they'll have scenes where the lighting's coming through the window.
Right.
And just, I don't know.
They do that a lot in this show.
I don't like it.
I do like how the blue rose and like the Bullseye had a blue palette, and with Matt you get like this red wash, and the camera's just upside down just to be artsy at the end. Sure. Rugs, but a lot of crazy shit happened with Bullseye. We get a scene of him escaping and an attempted assassination, and seemingly a reluctant Matt Murdock jumping in front of a bullet, and the revelation that Vanessa did the hit on Foggy, not Fisk. What do you think about all this?
I thought it culminated into an interesting ending, or penultimate ending.
Penultimate.
Now, what's going to happen now? Like, he's got a bullet in his chest. How's he going to do anything?
Yeah,
he'll be in the hospital for the rest of the fucking show.
He was bleeding out quite a bit as this fucking scene ended.
So yeah, I think that's kind of a weird place to put the second to last episode. But who knows? Maybe he'll be fine. It's just a scratch.
So, do you think he smashed up Bullseye's face on purpose? Because if he didn't do that, the tooth doesn't get loosened, and then we don't get that awesome scene where he kills a fucking dude with his own tooth, spitting a tooth in his eyeball.
Oh, yeah, I have a question about that.
Yeah, and then the escape is a little implausible because you don't think the guards there know what everybody looks like, or you don't think they know what he's a high profile fucking inmate, and they're just like, pretty rough day. I'm like, this fucking the guy that's on the news.
Yeah, that's weird. I also thought it was just a little strange that Matt would just be like, okay, I'm going to let him get out. Like, I'm going to figure out a way to get him out, because Bullseye is just going to fucking kill people on his way out. Now, the only reason I can think that he lets him out, one, is to set up this scenario where he's going to confront Kingpin and try to kill him. But 2, maybe he realizes the people that are killing him are part of Kingpin's task force. That's the only thing I can think of. Because otherwise, Murdock is willingly let the psychopath go out and murder people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because he wants them out of jail.
But why doesn't he let him kill him then?
What do you mean?
Well,
that's another thing.
And
That's
I feel
weird
like
too.
there was a moment where Matt is thinking about, should I jump in front of this bullet? Like, I was like, just fucking let him shoot him. What are you doing? It is also weird that Bullseye takes a job from Vanessa, because didn't both of them try to kill him in season 3? I don't know where the relationship is now.
Yeah, you're right. That is a little confusing.
But this is, so in the original version of the show, there was no Bullseye, obviously, right? And so they're adding, this is what they added, was this Bullseye, which ties in the first episode. And it just makes those, like, the whole series itself so disjointed. And I bet episode 9 is going to have all the same sauce. It's going to be the same guys directing. And can they save it? Apparently it's like shockingly violent or fucking something crazy. Is Frank coming back, or is that all we're getting of Bernthal? I thought there would be Or Punisher.
I would like to. I don't want to make excuses for them because the show could be a lot better, and the original direction was dumb. I am curious to see with like them not having to scramble and rewrite the whole entire thing if it could be any better.
I feel like the second season might be more cohesive because
maybe they can actually film the things and not have to scramble or refilm everything because you can clearly see the way it's filmed that a lot of it's not shot on a location.
So they're if I'm trying to avoid these, but they're shooting the show now, and you see their set photos of Daredevil in like a black suit and Karen with like a pink wig and shit. So they're shooting it now. Hopefully we'll get it next year. And I feel like it should be more cohesive because it's like they're starting in 3 episodes they could in this first season to set up this thing that they really want to do, while not throwing away all the stuff that was done before for budget, I guess. Still not as good as the Netflix.
I feel like even though it's really bad, it could be a lot worse.
Yeah.
And it's bad when you compare it to the Netflix for sure. It definitely does not have the pedigree of the action that we're accustomed to.
That's really missing.
They got rid of Daredevil for like half of the season. He wasn't Daredevil. So there's a lot of problems with this Born Again. And they use the title of one of his best runs and they're not doing it a solid at all. So there's a lot of like bittersweet things here. It's like I'm glad that it's back. I'm glad it has the same cast. I'm glad that it's being taken seriously in tone.
Yeah.
And that the violence is there.
Yeah.
But the fight scenes are lame. Some of these episodes are mismatched. And overall, like, yeah, it just doesn't ascend to the heights of the Netflix stuff. So it's bittersweet for me.
Also,
it's like,
so at the ball, I just realized this. Everybody saw a blind man jump in front of a bullet nobody knew was coming. You'd think that would cause some alarms. People be like,
people are just gonna be like, well, he heard the bullet. Yeah,
or maybe he stumbled into it.
Okay.
Oh, I have one more comment on this episode. What's the girl that Murdoch's dating?
Heather Glenn.
Heather Glenn. Yeah. Very annoyed that they write her to be a moron this episode.
I know.
I mean, the whole
conversation.
The whole conversation she's having, Matt, where she's like, well, Daredevil's just as guilty too. I mean, paraphrasing, and vigilantes are all bad. And it's like, you clearly saw him jump into there
and save you
and try to save you.
Yeah.
And you're going to be like this stance of Fisk, where it's like, now they want to write it so that she's in conflict with him.
Yes, that shit is wild and forced a little bit. I don't know.
It's super forced.
I agree.
There's no way you would have that take. Oh, Daredevil's just as bad as Muse. Really? He saved you.
Well, and
she's supposed to be a psychiatrist.
Yeah.
She's so stupid.
By the way, you should have figured out already that this is your boyfriend because they have the same facial hair. It's exactly the same. How hard is that to spot?
Well, that's taking a step further. But I mean, the whole take, and it's clearly written so that she's going to be. There's this extra tension between Matt and her, and it's like that's so unnecessary. It makes no fucking sense.
No, but I do like that what causes him to snap at his office with that guy, right? And he's just like, "What are we doing?" Like she thinks Fisk is right. This guy's on the street. This guy stole fucking popcorn and he gets sent away. What are we fucking doing? Right? He's just getting frustrated.
You don't need that extra.
No, you didn't because it didn't make any sense. Because you just want to like listen. Really?
Listen, dumbass.
Really? He's trying to save you.
They'd be like a cop saving you. You'd be like, I fucking hate the cops.
Yeah.
Like what?
Yeah.
It's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, Rugg said it best. Bittersweet.
It's bittersweet.
We'll see what happens with this last.
Next week we will.
Show,
yes,
episode.
We will have a full review next episode. Ruggs, what else did you watch?
Wait, I watched it.
Oh, you watched something? What'd you watch, Anthony?
Real quick.
Yeah.
I watched Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Oh, get the fuck out of here! Oh, this is.
I didn't do a review because I finished it at 1 a.m. last night.
And it's a long movie, and I've always kind of wanted to review this on the show because I would love to talk about it. But let's get a little instant reaction.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, it's pretty good. I was surprised. I'm having watched it now. I went, wow, this won Best Picture. This is not Oscar baity at all.
No, it's a wacky movie.
It's very wacky. I had a lot of laughs. I enjoyed it. It was a good time. I'm very surprised that it won just because it's so out there.
Yeah.
I'm still somewhat digesting all this stuff.
Yeah, it's a lot.
There's a lot going on.
Do you like all the things that go in people's butts?
Yeah, there's
I did find that to be really funny.
there's butt play.
I found it once when they're like fighting over the thing to go in their butt, and then the dude comes out of nowhere with his pants already off and like jumps onto one. I was like,
That's
funny.
how you transport.
It was funny. It was funny, and the all the deeper stuff I'm still processing in terms of like the passing of trauma in Asian families and the kindness and all this shit. It's all, it's all there. I thought it was really good. I wasn't, but I think I also I'm a little biased biased the other way because everyone has hyped it so much and like you have to see this movie.
Sure.
So I went in expecting the greatest movie I have ever seen.
Yeah.
Which is obviously too high of an expectation for anything.
Yeah.
And I went, this is pretty good. Let me settle in on it and think about it a little more, and maybe I'll come back. But like right now, I would say like 8.5, 9 out of 10.
I mean, the way they handle like a multiverse is very interesting and almost works better than like what the MCU is doing. This movie has fanny pack kung fu, and then also a scene where they're just rocks.
I thought it just swung for the fences, and not everything worked, but I think most of it did.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, it does have emotional resonance, and it does have some well-directed things and well-acted pieces. So it's definitely in the conversation.
I think
for
the
Oscar.
Daniels very exciting directors. Like I can't wait to see they're doing other stuff. So all right, maybe we should do a full review because I kind of want to watch it again. It's just it's like 2.5 hours, almost 3 hours.
No, it's only about 220.
It's 220. Okay. It's a wild journey though.
It is a wild movie. So I finally got around to watching.
All right.
There you go. That's all I've watched.
Rugs, your turn.
Oh, I watched American Ninja. I'm going on this Canon Films thing. I don't know.
Watching horrible movies.
Amazon Prime has got all the Canon films, or a lot of them.
Oh, God.
And I just landed on this one, and I was like, all right, I'm going to throw this on and just watch a bad movie.
1985.
And sometimes you just want to watch a bad movie just to make the good movies seem better. And this is a terrible movie about an American ninja. And Michael Dudikoff is this like loner who's on an army base in the Philippines, and they're getting harassed by rebels and getting like robbed. Like these convoys are getting robbed, and there's ninjas involved, and so he fights them off, and everyone's like, "Oh, this guy's as good at karate as they are," and lo and behold, he even though he has amnesia, he was secretly trained by a guy for reasons unknown in ninjutsu.
Oh,
so like it makes no sense. The
secret
writing
ninja
is like
skills the whole time.
Yeah.
Wow.
So he somehow uncovers this whole plot that everybody's in cahoots to like rob the army of weapons and sell them on the black market. And he goes in and has to fight off a bunch of ninjas at various moments. And sometimes it's really, really bad. And sometimes it's just all right. It never ascends to like the heights of like what Jackie Chan does or anything in Hong Kong cinema. It's never quite ascends to the level of like Jean-Claude Van Damme or anything like that. But it's a step down from both of those things. But it was entertaining enough to watch. But I would not recommend it as a film at all. I've
never seen it, but I've always been aware of this.
It was mildly entertaining, and it was whatever. Michael Dudikoff,
bad 80s movie. All right, what else you got?
Yeah, I watched Mask Rider, Kamen Rider Zoe. As I said, Mask Rider first because you wrote it there, but Kamen Rider Zoe, which is an hour-long mini movie of the Mask Rider, Japanese superhero who rides a motorcycle and kicks ass, and it's very practical effects heavy. It reminds me of like Sam Raimi type shit, like almost like Army of Darkness. But it's a story of this, I guess this being, this ultimate being that comes alive, and it starts like a Terminator seeking out this kid, and then the Masked Rider like appears to defend him, and it's just them fighting the whole movie, and It's got practical effects. It's got weirdness and body horror. And it's kind of a fun little thing.
What
you
year is
watch.
this from, and where can one watch this?
It's from the 90s. It's on YouTube. You can watch it on YouTube.
Okay.
And then, so the same director that did this did a movie I loved. I watched in college all the time called Zerum. Now, I was looking for Zerum. I couldn't find it, but on Amazon, Zerum 2 is on there. And Zerum is this robot, this cyborg that's like a killing machine. And there's this woman, Iria, who's like the best, like, I guess, bounty hunter. She does jobs for people. She's like a super badass, like unbeatable warrior. And it's always basically boils down to them two having to go at each other. And she has to like basically kill this robot or stop this robot or deactivate it. And that's all it is. It's like an action film with crazy shots and weird body horror and practical effects. So I would check those out. And then I also watched Y2K.
Oh yeah, it's not good.
It's the first like 20 minutes is nostalgia.
Yeah.
And then it just kind of like, and then it's just kind of, there's the computers come to life after Y2K.
It's got Zegler in it. This is a horror movie then, or is it a comedy?
It's a comedy. It's a comedy.
No, we haven't had a good like teen comedy.
It's just not funny enough it's not funny enough to like, to justify itself.
I mean, I like the setting of, New Year's 1999. And
yeah, I mean,
crash.
the whole concept is good. I just think that it's not as funny as it should.
It's from Kyle Mooney, written and directed from Saturday Night Live. I like Kyle Mooney's sense of humor.
Yeah, it's just, there is funny moments, but I think that overall, a lot of it doesn't land.
Fred Durst and Alicia Silverstone are in this movie. It's very strange.
It's true.
Very strange cast there.
Yeah, so I mean, that's what I watched pretty much.
That's on Amazon. I did see that.
Yeah, no, I think it's on
Hulu.
It's on something. It's on like, it's on either Max or.
It's on Max. Sorry. Yeah, it's on Max. Y2K.
Right.
Black Mirror season 7 came out, guys.
You watched the whole thing.
I watched all of it.
God damn you.
I mean, there was only there's 6 episodes.
That's 6 hours, though.
I mean, yeah.
All right.
But it's Black Mirror. I don't want it to be spoiled. It's pretty
And
good.
then you watch the entire season of White Lotus,
That
too.
is also only 6 episodes. So it's not
and then
like...
you watch G20, and that's another 2-hour movie.
Yeah, yes. And then,
Can you do the math, Anthony?
Wait,
So he's got, 6, 6, 12, 14.
Okay, but also I've caught there was a season finale of The Pit, season finale of Yellow Jackets, and the new episode of The Studio. So you got to add those up. Those are about like.
So Imran spent 72 hours watching TV.
It was delightful.
It's at least I would say it's at least 17 to 18 hours of TV watching. So it's what, two daytimes? How do you do that?
I had a free weekend. I don't know. I just fucking put it on. Sometimes it's real late. Sometimes I break it up.
Do you guys have groceries? Like, is your fridge stocked?
No, but that doesn't matter because I have shit to watch.
Okay, keep going.
That's what I forgot to do.
All right, so let's do this. Let's do the math. You got to sleep for 8 hours or like something around that,
Sure.
right? So now your day is down to how many hours?
It's really not that hard. You put it in an hour or two every night, whatever, and then like there's weekends. It's not that hard. The shit
An hour
goes
or two
by.
every night. What are you talking about? 18
Maybe
hours.
3.
You'd have to
Maybe
sit,
it's like
you'd have
4.
to do 18 days.
Maybe it's like 4 episodes of stuff.
You did this in a week.
Yeah, that's plenty of time. No,
All right,
the White Lotus I started like before, so it's not all like this past week.
Right.
Anyways, Black Mirror season 7, pretty good. I enjoyed it. It's not as horror tinged as the last season. It's more like the show is always like our relationship with technology, good and bad. And there's some great cast in this one. Rashida Jones, Chris O'Dowd. You got Paul Giamatti in one. You got Kristen Milioti in one. And then they do a sequel to the USS Callister Star Trek spinoff episode. That was pretty good. But it's good. The thing is with this show, like first season, when you start watching this, it seemed like this crazy future dystopian thing. And every season that comes out, it just seems like it's closer and closer. And these things seem like they could happen tomorrow now. So it's a little more frightening. But some better than others, of course, as the Black Mirror seasons are. But I like the first 2 episodes. I like there's a lot of really good ones. Issa Rae is in one. Awkwafina's in one. Oh, the guy from Bandersnatch. Remember Will Poulter? Remember we watched Bandersnatch? It was Choose Your Own Adventure. He comes back in an episode. That one's not bad. So all in all, I was pretty good. I give it a 7. Speaking of 7, I'll give
it a 7.
A season 7 a 7. Now, White Lotus. This is a show that's like really hard to describe. Everybody's talking about it and recommending it. I was like, okay, let me check it out. Ruggs, have you watched any of this? Do you know about this?
I watched season 2.
Oh, you did? Just the second season?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, you didn't watch the first?
No.
Wow.
Okay.
I can only watch a show like that for one season.
So the show is this. Every season is kind of different. It's about a resort. It's created by Mike White, who's pretty funny. It's about a resort called the White Lotus, and just like how rich people are shitty to each other, and how the staff intermingles and little storylines of each person who works there and the guests. And it all takes place in a week every season. And every season starts with like a death or a body to tease you. And then they go 1 week earlier. And then you go through the week with these people. You meet characters. So the first season takes place in Hawaii. Second season takes place in Italy. I don't know where the third season takes place. It just ended. There's a few crossover characters, but largely like a whole new cast. So season 1 had Jennifer Coolidge and Sydney Sweeney and Alexandria Daddario. So there was some eye candy. There was to watch
in the first season.
In the first season, yes.
Oh, maybe I'll watch it then.
So yes, and it's good. It's quirky. It's weird. It's kind of dark. It's funny, and it's just you're watching these people, just like rich people on vacation.
No, I mean, I watched season 2 because it was in Italy and it was a place that I've been.
Yes.
And so I was like curious to see how they handled it. And plus there was like a really, there was a cute cast. Like Aubrey Plaza was on there.
In it. Yeah, I started season 2.
So,
there's Italian prostitutes and stuff. It's fun.
Yeah, she was really hot.
Yeah.
Mia.
Yeah.
So I enjoyed that, but yeah, maybe I'll watch the
season 2. You got Michael Imperioli, Christopher from The Sopranos, F. Murray Abraham, who's great. It's just like a weird show about.
It's not a bad show. No. It's not a bad time at all.
The dialogue is very organic. It seems very real. Like this is what these people would say in this situation. And like there's twists and turns and revelations, and it's fun. It's a weird show. But everybody was talking about season 3, so I had to catch up. I did watch. There's an amazing monologue from season 3. Sam Rockwell gives to Walton Goggins about him wanting to be an Asian girl or something. I watched that just randomly, and it was crazy. So that'll be fun to get to season 3. Now, you heard about this G20 movie, guys?
No, what's that?
This is an Amazon movie with Viola Davis as the president of the United States. And she's a former like military person, and she's a badass, and she's a president, and she goes to the G20 summit, and all the heads of state are there. And Anthony Starr, Homelander, is a bad guy, a terrorist who storms in, takes them all hostage, and he has a ridiculous plan. I'm just going to spoil this whole movie. Let me just get this out of the way. The movie's kind of ridiculous. It's like it has physics from like Taken, like implausible shit and suspension of disbelief. There are a few moments where Viola Davis is a badass as the president shooting down people, but overall, the movie's plot is really silly. Because Anthony Starr has a Bitcoin wallet, and his plan is to film all the heads of the countries saying this one sentence that includes all the inflections in the English language, so he can use that to make deep fake videos so he can tank the world economy so that his Bitcoin becomes more valuable. And it's the most fucking convoluted, roundabout, stupid way of trying to make money you're ever going to see.
Let me ask you something.
Wow.
Yeah.
What made you watch this?
So what it was is I remember hearing about this Viola Davis as a badass president, and I was like, oh, that's kind of interesting. I didn't even see a trailer, and then on Amazon, it's just presented there, and I was literally like, oh, I'm gonna watch this, and I impulsively.
I mean, like I can't really. I watched American Ninja.
He watched American Ninja. You should be asking him what made you want to watch this fucking American Ninja. But I thought it might be good.
Yeah, I guess.
Because it's Viola Davis, Anthony Starr. I was like, maybe this is going to be good.
Yeah, but I knew what I was watching was bad.
Yeah.
It's kind of like going to fucking McDonald's and like getting a Big Mac.
Oh, so and with these you have to like roll the dice. I was like, maybe this will be good. And then I see there's a scene where they're like escaping and there's bad guys in front of them in a fence and they're shooting missiles at them in a car, in a limo. And 3 missiles hit this car. It perfectly flips over all the bad guys and the gate and spins and lands wheels down and everybody's fine. And I was like, get the fuck out of here. What is this? So there's just dumb shit like that. Ruggs, have you caught up with The Studio on Apple TV Plus?
What was that last episode? Is that
So
what
the
happened?
last 2 episodes, one was the one where he had to give Ron Howard a note on his movie.
That was great.
Hilarious. And then the other one was the missing reel.
Yeah. That was
a
good
film
too.
reel went missing and he had to find it. It was a detective thing. This show is fucking hilarious.
Oh yeah, he's also. I'm cold. Can I get a jacket? So the guy gives him a jacket.
Hey, from
when he was in Zac Efron's fucking trailer.
Zac Efron is in there, and who's the director in that one? She was really good. And everybody's playing themselves, which is fantastic. Real locations in
I
Hollywood.
think it's a really pretty solid show, to be
really
honest.
funny. I am kind of disappointed the whole like Kool-Aid thing doesn't come back. I guess that was just like a one-off for the first episode.
Oh, they got to do Kool-Aid. They got to bring it back.
I thought we would follow the production of the Kool-Aid movie and it would be hilarious. But the Ron Howard note, giving him what note, his movie's like first 2 hours are great, and then there's like a third hour that's just horrible, and they have to give him a note. It's fucking hilarious. So good.
Yeah, I don't know where it's gonna go from here, but it's been pretty great.
I would recommend it. Anthony can't watch it because it's Apple TV Plus.
Fuck that show.
All right, so here's the assignment next week, fellas. Let me know what you think. Daredevil Born Again finale. So we definitely got to talk about the finale episode and the season. And Ryan Coogler, Michael B. Jordan's Sinners is coming out this week. Currently on Rotten Tomatoes has only 45 reviews from critics. It's at 100%.
Oh, shit.
Cool. I'm disappointed you don't want us to watch the Jesus movie that's out.
What is that? The animated one? There's like
there's an animated Jesus.
There's 2 movies about the Last Supper that are out also.
Yeah,
there's like The Chosen, there's Angel. I don't know what's going on.
There's 3 Jesus movies out there.
There are 3 Jesus movies out there.
Okay, I will watch Sinners instead.
I'm hearing amazing things about this, and like, there's a lot of technical stuff. He shot it on film, shot it on IMAX. There's apparently it's like gory and horny, and there's a lot of music. And I'm like, wow, this should be fun. So that's what we're gonna do.
Okay,
all right,
yeah, I'll watch it.
Okay,
I was gonna watch it anyway, but now that I have to watch,
Coogler and Michael B. Jordan, they have not failed us yet.
Does Coogler sound like another word for genitals?
I tickled him in the Cooglers, maybe. I mean, Coogler hasn't made a bad movie, has he?
Bad? No, I don't
Bad
think so.
movie?
Yeah.
Nah. I mean, the last Black Panther, I don't think is remembered too fond. Like, I think it's all right.
It's pretty good, yeah.
I wouldn't say bad.
Yeah, but yeah, not bad. You're right. Yeah, no, not a bad movie.
Yeah. I mean, Fruitvale Station, Creed, Black Panthers.
And yeah, both Black Panthers. Another.
Yeah, I think Creed is his best movie, by the way.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
I might have to rewatch Fruitvale because
Fruitvale's good too.
Yeah.
Fruitvale's a very it's an indie film.
Yeah.
But what he did with Creed was pretty fucking amazing.
But he's making the movie,
the
same movie with the same guy in every movie.
That's his boy.
Yeah,
it's like
Spike Lee did that shit all the time. Everybody does that.
Yeah, it's Scorsese and Pacino,
Scorsese and DiCaprio. Every director,
DTA and Daniel Day-Lewis.
Yeah, every director's got this. Wes Anderson's got his crew. Every director's got their crew.
Adam Sandler and his boys.
Yeah.
That's right.
All right. Well, that'll do it, fellas. Ruggs, where can the listener find you online?
Rug Boy Show on X. Come follow me.
People following you?
No, I don't know. No. I don't even do anything. So
it's fine. You don't have to. They should just follow you anyways because
I just read other people's tweets.
You're the Rug Boy.
That's right.
Anthony, where are you going to be this week?
I'm going to watch Sinners now. Right. So there you go.
Be in the theaters. Find them there. Check out our website, listenerjockandnerd.com, for all the links, how to support, how to get in touch. Lots of fun stuff there. Thank you for listening to the Jock and Nerd Podcast. My name is Imran.
My name's Anthony.
He's the Jock.
He's a nerd.
We'll peep you next time. era.
Thing I offered you a chance to be a cop, and you blew it!
Some motherfuckers are always trying to ice skate uphill.
My balls was hot.
Jock and Nerd,